It's hard to imagine concrete, the stuff we make buildings out of, as a source of art. But Kem Alexander met an artist in Chattanooga who uses concrete to make some very creative, uncanny artistic creations.
House here, Kim, these concrete pillars here. Is this what got you started?
That's how it all began.
And I started with the piers out front, and my carpenter was showing me how to mix concrete, and I put in some fossils and shells, and that's how it began.
A lot of my fossils and shells.
Kem Alexander has always been an artist, but it wasn't until she had the piers poured for her front porch that she realized her artistry was about to take an unexpected turn.
And what happened is there was some extra concrete, so I went out in the driveway and I packed a bowl and I threw in some shells and bottle caps, and within 3 hours it set up. And I popped out this bowl and my dog started drinking out of it, and I thought, this is a great process, because I think basically I'm a natural born builder, as you can tell from looking at all these little things in my house. And so then I started just inlaying it with like broken souvenir plates, and then somebody bought one of my bowls off the porch, and then somebody suggested I do a show, and so I built 23 pieces and sold 20 of them at my first show.
The process of making art out of concrete looks similar to that of baking a cake. Kem uses a sifter to get any lumps out of her sand. She adds iron oxide to give it a leathery color, and then she pours in her wet ingredients. In my eyes, it still looks a lot like chocolate cake, but you dare not lick the bowl of this coarse concoction.
I mix it all by hand in a bowl, and usually I work with it in a real mud-like consistency where I can kind of hand pack it. It's not smooth and runny at all.
I was going to say, a lot of folks would go, ugh, just thinking about having their hands all day. And
I wear gloves.
You do?
Oh yeah, you've got to wear gloves because the Portland will eat holes in your fingers.
Her signature piece is this barbed wire bustier. She believes it garners a lot of attention because she takes something so feminine and ladylike and turns it into something so crude and crass. At the same time, she finishes it off with beautiful lace from a Western boot, but then accents it with rusty nails and barbed wire. It's almost hard to wrap your mind around it.
Well, that's what's so funny is when I make these feminine things like the bras and bustiers, which are totally female forms, but they're a little rough for some people, but I don't intend them to be that way at all.
The procedure reminds her of being a kid and playing in mud. Plus, she can recycle lots of items that most people would find unuseful. She combines everything from spikes, tile, fossils, wire, and other foundry parts into embellished bowls and baby shoes.
Once I get in there and start doing it, it's so much fun. You know, I just get to be very quiet, very still, listen to music, and I just need large blocks of time, several days in a row to work really, really hard. And then that building part's over, so then I let everything dry, and then I start unleashing it, and it takes another 2 or 3 weeks to finish them up.
She still dabbles in other unique art forms like making a floor out of cedar rounds, or postcards out of unusual paper products, or building extraordinary lamps with Legos. But one thing is written in stone: Kem is living her childhood dream of being an artist.
I get to do what I want every day, but I have to stay really, really focused and disciplined, but it's a great life, and I would just encourage any parent to nurture their child in their natural direction.